What is going on, Toronto Raptor fans? We had, unfortunately, our first loss of the season. Knew it was going to be a little bit of a better test than Mr. Trey Young. And on our season opener Wednesday, the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis were in town. Unfortunately, the Toronto Raptors lost 122 to 116. We kept it close. We could have had it in the end there if there wasn't that play where Jakob Poeltl was moving, and Gary Trent, the former Raptor, was coming up the floor, and oh man, he got charged for a foul. Unfortunately, it was a 4 point game at that point. I think we could have turned it around. It was possible. We kept it close. Nice game from Brandon Ingram, 29. He blows up RJ Barrett with 20. And Emmanuel Quickley with 19. But come on, who are we kidding? Nobody cares about the Toronto Raptors in the city today. It's all about the Blue Jays. Let's go. What a game. What a game. All the hype, all the talk was, oh, the Dodgers, they're a juggernaut. The Dodgers can't be stopped. The Dodgers pitching is so great. It's going to shut down these Toronto Blue Jay hitters. They're not going to be able to do what they did against the Mariners. They're not going to be able to do what they did against the New York Yankees. And yet, we had what? It was sad. It was looking tough at the beginning, I will say. I was obviously watching the game. I bailed a little bit from the Raptors. I was back and forth. I did, like I said, actually see the last couple of minutes of the Raptor game where it was possible that we could have turned around. But come on, the real game in town, game one of the World Series, and the Toronto Blue Jays went down. Oh, they had our man Trey Savage didn't have it going today, man. He could not hit his spots. He wasn't, hit in the strike zone. So then his splitter wasn't working when he threw it out of the zone because they were just taking pitches, and swinging at what they wanted to. They got one in. Oh no, come on. They got one, yeah, in the second, one in the third. They had the bases loaded there. Oh my God, believe me, it was a nail biter. Everyone was nervous. Everyone was worried. But Dalton Varsho steps up with a runner on base. Who was on base? Was it Kirk? Kirky boy gets on base, and Varsho steps up and hits not only the first left-handed hit off of Schnell in the postseason, but he hits the first home run, the first lefty, sorry, home run off of Blake Schnell for the entire season. That's right. This magic happening right now. I don't know. I think we're going back there. I think the Blue Jays are going to take it. And believe me, I'm amped up. I'm a number one, day one Toronto Raptor fan. I was there at the first game. But come on, I've been a Blue Jay fan. Again, this is me right there, 1986. Jesse Barfield smashing his 40th home run. My little brother right here. My father's hand right there. I got Joe Carter autographed over here. You're seeing all the clips of Joe Carter's home run. This is it right there, baby. It's got the time and the date. It's got the two Steve somewhere on one of these two. I can't remember exactly. And then the other one's got the autograph. We got the Blue Jays in the house. There's that's the 93 team up there. Back to back champions. Anyway, what a game. My God, can you believe it? Barshow hits that home run to tie it up. And then in the sixth inning, my man Bo Bichette, who unfortunately that was such a beautiful defensive play that he made twisting around there, but I think his knee was toast. If you actually look at the replay, they were showing. I was watching the U.S. broadcast because sometimes Buck Martinez can get a little bit too much to handle, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, Dan. He always just repeats whatever Dan Schulman says. So he'll be like Bo Bichette. They're playing with an injury coming back. This is, and then Buck's just Bo got the injury there, and anyway, it's just sometimes I'm like, Buck, shut up. He gave some insightful commentary the other day about a back catcher situation. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? That was interesting. It was good. Most of the time, he's just rambling, sort of like I am right now. Anyway, sorry, off on a tangent. I'm watching the U.S. broadcast just to get the, you know, I like Smoltz. He's got a good finger on the pulse of the game, and so yeah, hearing his analysis seems to, I don't know. Anyway, it's also obviously interesting hearing not that they're the other side because they're kind of trying to be unbiased. It's not the same as when you're watching in Canada because it's an actual Blue Jay broadcast, so they can really be a homer announcer and not have to really even worry about it because anyone in Canada that's cheering for the Dodgers, who cares about him? But yeah, Bo Bichette gets on base. They bring in the pinch runner, Kinner Falafel, to pitch run, but not really necessary. I'm thinking he's going to maybe steal. I'm thinking they're going to put the hit and run on, but oh my gosh, the inning just does not end. Our bottom of our lineup gets on base. They fill up the bases and walk in a run. Awesome. Love when that happens. Nowhere to put him. And you can see the pressure on that pitcher that came in for the Dodgers. Sadly, I should know his name. I should have jotted it down. It was all too exciting. It was all going too quickly. I didn't keep enough notes, but who cares? Because, like I said, Mr. Barger comes in batting for Schneider, and this man, my daughter's favorite player, who's here watching the game with me, first Grand Slam in World Series history. That's right, baby. The Blue Jays are taking it. I think we're going to be able to rough up the starter tomorrow, too, but it doesn't matter. We've won one. Bob Costas said today Blue Jays take one of two, and then even the worst teams in the league win one of three in those three-game series. So we go to LA. We're coming back at least 3-2 up, I think. But even if we're 3-2 down, we've already shown what the Blue Jays can do. There's no quit in this team. There's no give on this team. We got Bieber saying he's having the most fun he's ever had playing baseball, which is a good sign. I hope he signs back again and we don't just lose him, to free agency. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking about the Blue Jays win tonight, 11 to what, 5? I think it was 5 because, yeah, Otani got an extra little base hit on there. No, 11 to 4. What? Oh, right. Sorry. That was a two base. Yeah, that was a 2-run home run. 11 to 4, the final from Toronto. And we're out. Thank you for watching this far. Please like and subscribe. The last video had a ton of hits, but not enough comments, not enough likes, not enough subscribes. So please, I appreciate it if you would hit that. Put a comment in. Tell me if you think the Jays can win it. What do you think it's going to do? I mean, we might go 4-0, and which would be unbelievable if we sweep the Dodgers. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It would be sad to not win at home. So maybe we should let the Dodgers win a couple, so then we can win in 6. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. The Raptors are on, and peace. Oh, Mr. Beast for president.